brothers at the center of a massacre at a Paris newspaper office are dead. A look at how the manhunt came to an end.
A man died after police say he took a dangerous dose of a synthetic drug.
Lancaster police say stolen water led to them busting a meth lab and arresting 2 people.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Good afternoon to you. We start with some national news, or international news rather. French SWAT teams ended 2 hostage situations in and near Paris during coordinated assaults.
In one of the raids, police killed the brothers accused in the massacre at that Paris newspaper. CBS's Marley Hall has the latest in our top story at 5.
A massive 2-day manhunt in France ended in gunfire and explosions north of Paris. The Kouachi brothers, wanted in Wednesday's massacre at a satirical newspaper, were holed up inside a printing plant with a hostage. When they came out shooting, police killed them. 34-year-old Saeed and 32-year-old Sharif Kouachi were both linked to al-Qaeda and said they wanted to die as martyrs. Police say their hostage, a 26-year-old designer, hid inside a cardboard box and told police what was happening inside the plant as the situation unfolded. A second hostage situation at a kosher market in Paris came to an end in a nearly simultaneous raid. Officers shot and killed the hostage taker, Amadi Koulibaly, after tapping into the store's security cameras and getting inside information from a hostage who had been hiding. Police say Koulibaly killed at least 4 hostages when he first took over the store. 15 were freed Friday. The suspect also murdered a female police officer in Paris Thursday. Investigators have linked Koulibaly and the Kouachi brothers, saying they have ties to each other and terrorism that reach back years.
Ça veut dire que nous devons...
French President François Hollande addressed the nation, saying the threat is not over and calling on people to remain vigilant. Marley Hall, CBS News.
And police say the wife of Koulibaly was also involved in the grocery store takeover, but it's unclear what's happened to her.
Well, back here in the Bluegrass, we saw a brief break from those sub-zero temperatures today, but it looks as if we are not done with this bitter cold just yet. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is in the First Alert Weather Center tracking your weekend forecast. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, starting out with a sunny sky out there, so all looks good. Then all of a sudden you step outside, the wind, the crashing temperatures, yeah, kind of taking us down yet again. And later tonight, we're back into the single digits. Here's what it looks like in Lexington. Getting ready to see the sun set on what was a actually nice looking Friday afternoon. That's how we're starting out the weekend. Now throw the numbers on there. 21. Humidity is bone dry at 38%. And now the wind chill is down to 9 degrees in Lexington. So it's another frigid evening that is taking shape. And with the clear skies across the region, as soon as the sun sets, your temperature where you are, doesn't matter if you're in the north or the south, is going to drop a quick 4 or 5 degrees in less than an hour's time span because of that bone dry atmosphere. Live First Alert Defender picking up on nothing. Cloud cover to our north. Not a big deal. It's another frigid night throughout central and eastern Kentucky. Later this weekend, we're going to watch the Gulf Coast and parts of Texas. It's going to throw a little more. That region will throw some moisture our way that could be in the form of a little bit of a wintry mix from the second half of Sunday, and I think especially Sunday night into Monday as that kicks off what looks to be a busy week showing up on your 7-day forecast. I'll come back in a little bit and talk a little more in detail on who has the best chance for seeing some frozen stuff by Sunday, guys. That's with a full forecast less than 10 minutes from now.
Police believe that synthetic marijuana led to a man's death this morning in Boyle County. The man was found dead in a home on Mox Creek Drive north of Danville. Police charged the people who they say made the drug with the victim's death. WKYT's Phil Pendleton talked with police about the reason for those arrests.
The Boyle County Sheriff says what happened at a home on Mox Creek Road shows just how dangerous a homemade synthetic drug can be.
When you put chemicals together and ingest them, the potential of doing a lot of harm to you exists.
And police believe that's just what happened inside this home on Mox Creek Road in Danville. Police say Gregory Lane smoked some Serenity synthetic marijuana, then had a seizure. Police say the 3 others in the home were both making and selling the drug, then called for help when the 4th person was discovered unresponsive.
The synthetic, what we believe to be a synthetic drug, was found near him, They knew he had ingested the synthetic drug and didn't go check on him for a little while, and when they did, they felt that he wasn't breathing and called 911.
Amy Young and Michael L. Graham lived in the home on Mox Creek Road. We're told that Martin Hoskins was visiting there from Stanford. Much more at 6 o'clock, but for now in Boyle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Court records show Young has been charged with drug offenses at least twice in the last 4 years.
2 people are in jail today accused of making meth in a home. Police discovered a meth lab earlier today on Buford Street in Lancaster. As WKYT's Victor Puente reports, the suspects were inside a home that wasn't even theirs.
Police didn't come to this home earlier today looking for drugs, but they tell me they found plenty after a man ran out the back door carrying a trash can with a meth lab inside. Lancaster police came to this home on Buford Street because the water company told them someone was stealing services. When an officer knocked on the front door, they say 32-year-old Charles Wayne Lear ran out the back carrying a trash can that was emitting fumes. The officer chased after him, and they say Lear threw that can next to a fence row and continued to run, but was eventually caught. Police found an active meth lab in that can, along with the remains of several others. A hazmat crew was brought out to clean up that lab. They say they found another inside the home along with some meth. The other man at the home, 27-year-old Christopher Richardson, was also arrested. Police say he had heroin on him. They say if Lear hadn't ran, they may not have known what was going on inside.
The subject's actions led to this arrest. His failure just to act normally led to the officer making this good arrest.
Both men are in the Lincoln County Jail. They both face charges for drug paraphernalia and possession of a controlled substance, meth for Lear, heroin for Richardson. Lear also faces charges for fleeing or evading, tampering with physical evidence, and manufacturing methamphetamine. In Garrett County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Neighbors tell us Lear's father owns the house, but no one was supposed to be living in it.
In today's county-by-county coverage, we're tracking stories out of Madison and Montgomery counties. In Madison County, the investigation into the death of a man shot and killed by police is now finished. Kentucky State Police confirming that to WKYT this morning. They wrapped up their investigation into Jesse Gibbons' death. Gibbons died back in September after an exchange of gunfire with police. Police say that he attacked Lexington police officer James Winter, prompting a chase and a shootout that ended in Richmond. The case is now in the hands of the Madison County Commonwealth's attorney. He will decide if the case should then move on to the grand jury. We're waiting for word on the name of a crash victim killed this morning in Montgomery County. The person died after a crash on Interstate 64 just west of Mount Sterling. 2 car crashes were involved. We just talked with the Montgomery County coroner. He says he's waiting to talk with the family of the victim before releasing the name of the victim.
Hundreds of mourners came to say goodbye to a family killed in a western Kentucky plane crash. Services were held today for Marty Gutzler, his wife Kim, and their 9-year-old daughter Piper. The Southern Illinois family, along with their 13-year-old relative, died a week ago today when their plane went down in Lyon County. The Gutzler's 7-year-old daughter Sailor was the only survivor. The National Transportation Safety Board is still investigating that crash.
It is not the decision the Big Blue Nation wanted to hear today. Madison Southern star Damien Harris this afternoon announcing that he would not be coming to UK to play college football.
Instead, the 5-star running back will suit up for Alabama. Brian Milam is in now with reaction to Harris's decision. Hey, Brian.
Well, Kentucky fans certainly are disappointed. News Damien Harris picking the Crimson Tide, but those closest to Damien, you have to be happy for the kid. You could tell when he entered the gym this afternoon he was nervous and ready for the entire ordeal to be over with. His recruitment has lasted the better part of 3 years, and after the entire country came calling, it was down to Bama, UK, and Ohio State.
Through a lot of hard thinking, decided with my family, friends, whoever has helped me in this process, I've decided that I'm gonna further my education, get a degree, and continue a football career at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Well, obviously, a million factors come into play with the decision, which will drastically alter your life. Coming up a little bit later in sports at 5:45 and 6, Harris talks about in depth about Alabama, and his high school coach John Clark brags on UK during Damien's recruitment. That's coming up a little bit later.
Brian, thank you. He is a great kid, that's for sure. Damien Harris said he kept flipping from Kentucky to Alabama, but decided on the Crimson Tide after taking his official visit to Tuscaloosa.